What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Bronze Bear. Praise the sun. How are you doing today? For this video is gonna be a review of Dark Souls 3, and this is gonna be my first review of really any video game I'm gonna upload to YouTube. So hopefully this review turns out pretty well. And this is just my opinion. Any other people have different opinions on the game, but without further ado, let's review this game. So as you can tell, I'm wearing the armor from the boss, the final boss of the game. So I can completely review this game just for clarification. So what did I think of the game overall? Well, I think personally, a video game, as long as you have fun playing it, then it was a good time. You had a good time. And Dark Souls 3, I had a really great time. This was my first Dark Souls game ever. Granted, I have played Bloodborne before, so I kind of know what a Souls game is like. Um, would I recommend a Dark Souls 3 if you've never played a From Software game before? I actually would. Because I don't know if most people like this or not, but I like a challenge in a video game, and Dark Souls 3 kind of brings, well, it does bring a challenge to the gamer. Um, so while I was playing the game, I had, well, let me explain again. From the start of the game, you really have no idea what to do, and that might be trouble to some players. Like, they expect the game to hold your hand and tell you where to go and what to do. The game does tell you, like, you have to kill 3 Lords of Cinder, or four Lords of Cinder, and bring them back to their thrones. And once you do that, then you beat the game. So that's pretty much that's pretty much it. What the game tells you to do. The first boss in the game, I found it an interesting startup. If you're just now starting to get to Dark Souls, the first boss, you can watch my walkthrough of that. It was pretty damn easy, but most people might have a hard time with that. But the bosses in this game, I'd say, were they did progress harder and harder the further you went. Each boss did have their own uniqueness, and they did have their own, like, charisma, I guess you can say, and they were pretty memorable. There were some what's the word? I can't think of the word right now. It'll probably come to me later. But some of the bosses were not kind of original. Like, you'll have a boss that, like, duplicates itself and, like, will spam shit at you and other nonsense like that. And there was other bosses that would just literally beat you to a pulp, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I would say the bosses themselves, how they looked, the music that was going off with it, their move sets, the lore behind the bosses, I'd say they were pretty good, pretty damn good. So good that I'm actually playing New Game Plus right now. That's when you beat the game and you pretty much start over, but you get to keep all the things you had before. So yeah, pretty damn good if you ask me. Now, okay, here's where the difficult part comes in. There was a few things I didn't like that they put in this game. For instance, the characters I'm about to go show you at Firelink Shrine, that's also the hub area, where you'll be able to upgrade your things and supposed to experience, like, talk with the game, like the NPCs or whatever. Yeah, Firelink Shrine. They didn't really have much dialogue to them. They always repeated the same thing over and over again. Very little difference in their dialogue, which I did not I did not appreciate. It was kind of boring. It made me not really care what I was doing, sort of. I just kind of spammed the talk button, like, da-da-da, get it over with, because just doing that, it just felt more of a chore than anything. The loading screens in the game is pretty I mean, it is an open world game, and you're gonna have a few loading sequences where the game's gonna be a bit laggy and have a hard time running. That was not so much of a big deal. The game does run at a pretty good 30 frames per second solid. It is a resolution of 1080p, so you're getting, well, for PS4 it is a total HD experience. the weaponry, which is very important, I think. I played Bloodborne, and there has not been. I have never seen so many weapons in a game before that you can have and experiment with, and it just adds an extra layer of fun and uniqueness, I think, to the game. For instance, look at this moveset. That just stuff like this for each different weapon is just amazing. Oh my god, it's just so nice. So it is a way better than Bloodborne when it comes to weaponry. Lots more weapons. And same thing for the armor set. You have so many choices to wear for your armor set too, which is very nice. You are gonna have to grind a lot in this game a bit. I sure did, to level myself up to progress in the game. I think it took me about an average of 45 hours to beat the game, start to finish. So you will have to have a little bit of time on your hands for you to beat the game. But other than that, it's really fun. I can't really think of anything else to say about Dark Souls other than you know what you're getting yourself into. The bosses are very good. The game's enjoyable. Tons of weapons. Tons of areas to explore too. There is a challenge aspect. The lore was pretty interesting as well. So I would say I would rate this game a 9 out of 10. A solid 9 out of 10. It is a very good game. I highly recommend you getting Dark Souls 3 if you're interested. There is DLC available for Dark Souls, and it hasn't come out yet currently as I'm making this video. I will make a review of the DLC when that comes out. The online multiplayer. I suck at multiplayer so much, but it's still a memorable, great experience. And I think and the gestures are they have so many cool gestures to do. Look at all that. So I really recommend getting Dark Souls 3. You really can't go wrong with it. It's a great From Software game. If you've never played Dark Souls before, give it a shot. If you don't like it, then you can talk trash to me and I will completely understand. So yeah, this is going to be my first review, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a 9 out of 10. There's a few minor things here and there, but it's still an overall a great game. So I don't know what y'all are doing, but I'm going to keep playing some Dark Souls 3, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.